Ever feel like fear is holding you back? What if you could turn that fear into fuel for unstoppable progress? Today, we're diving into the mindset of the superior man. There is no doubt that Miyamoto Musashi stands among the greatest samurais in history. His legendary status wasn't solely due to natural talent, but was forged through relentless discipline, a force as sharp as the swords he wielded. Musashi's life was a testament to the power of self-discipline, a trait he considered not just a tool for success, but a shield against the inevitable suffering life brings. This is your moment to break free from the chains of doubt and step into a life of relentless progress and success. Musashi's journey began early. As a young boy, he fought his first duel at the age of 13 and emerged victorious. This victory was not merely a product of youthful bravado. It was the result of rigorous training and a mindset already attuned to the path of discipline. As he grew older, Musashi engaged in over 60 duels, never once tasting defeat. But behind every swing of his sword was a mind honed by years of practice, reflection, and an unwavering commitment to self-mastery. In his later years, Musashi reflected on his life and documented his philosophy in texts like The Book of Five Rings and The Way of Walking Alone, Dokodo. These writings reveal the essence of what it means to live a disciplined life, one that transcends mere survival and enters the realm of greatness. The power of self-discipline. Musashi's discipline was not about rigidly following rules or denying oneself pleasures for the sake of it. Instead, it was about creating a mental and physical framework that allowed him to face any challenge with clarity and strength. He understood that discipline was the bedrock of freedom. With it, he could control his emotions, sharpen his focus, and execute his plans without hesitation or fear. Consider one of Musashi's most famous duels against Sasaki Kojiro, a master swordsman renowned for his skill and speed. The fight took place on a small island, and Musashi, arriving late, used the sun's glare to his advantage. He had crafted a wooden sword from an oar during his boat ride, a weapon longer than Kojiro's own. Musashi's ability to remain calm, assess the situation, and adapt his strategy on the fly was a direct result of his disciplined mind. He won the duel with a single decisive strike, a moment that epitomized his belief that discipline was the key to mastering not just the sword, but life itself. In our own lives, we may not face duels to the death, but we encounter challenges that test our resolve, focus, and endurance. Musashi's teachings offer timeless wisdom on how to build exceptional self-discipline. Musashi's approach to training was rooted in a profound understanding of the power of consistency. He believed that greatness was not achieved through occasional bursts of effort, but through the steady, relentless pursuit of mastery. For Musashi, training was not just a daily routine, it was a way of life. Every day, regardless of the weather, his mood, or external circumstances, Musashi honed his skills with unwavering dedication. This disciplined approach allowed him to refine his technique, sharpen his instincts, and cultivate the mental fortitude needed to face any challenge. In our modern lives, the principle of consistency over intensity is equally powerful. We often fall into the trap of thinking that success requires grand gestures or intense efforts, but Musashi's life teaches us that it is the small, consistent actions repeated over time that truly build the foundation for long-term success. Take, for example, the simple act of exercise. Many people start with ambitious goals, pushing themselves to the limit in the first few days or weeks. However, this intense approach often leads to burnout, injury, or loss of motivation. In contrast, those who commit to a modest, sustainable routine, whether it's a daily walk, a few minutes of stretching, or a short workout, are far more likely to see lasting results. Over time, these small efforts accumulate, leading to significant improvements in health, fitness, and overall well-being. The same principle applies to other areas of life, such as study or work. Instead of cramming for exams or pulling all-nighters to meet a deadline, adopting a consistent study or work schedule can yield far better results. By dedicating a set amount of time each day to learning, practicing, or working, we allow our minds to absorb information more effectively and reduce the stress associated with last-minute efforts. This steady approach not only improves our skills and knowledge, but also fosters a sense of discipline and confidence that extends to other areas of life. Consistency also helps to build habits, which are the building blocks of success. When we perform a task regularly, it becomes ingrained in our routine, requiring less conscious effort and making it easier to maintain over the long term. Habits such as reading daily, practicing mindfulness, or setting aside time for creative pursuits may seem small, but they can lead to profound personal growth and achievement when sustained over months and years. Moreover, consistency in our actions reinforces our commitment to our goals. Each day we choose to engage in a productive habit. We affirm our dedication to our own growth and success. This steady progress creates a positive feedback loop, where each small victory boosts our motivation and encourages us to continue striving towards our larger objectives. Musashi's life exemplifies the power of this principle. His daily training was not driven by a need for immediate results, but by a deep understanding that mastery is a lifelong journey. By embracing the idea that consistency outweighs intensity, Musashi was able to achieve a level of skill and mental clarity that few have ever matched. His legacy reminds us that true success is not about how hard we push ourselves in the short term, but about the steady, deliberate actions we take every day to move closer to our goals. In applying this principle to our own lives, we can start by identifying areas where consistency would make a significant impact. Whether it's committing to a daily writing practice, setting aside time each day for learning, or cultivating a habit of regular exercise, the key is to start small and build momentum over time. By focusing on consistent effort rather than occasional intensity, we can achieve remarkable progress and, like Musashi, forge a path to mastery in whatever endeavors we pursue. Overcome fear through action, Musashi's path to courage. From duels with highly skilled opponents to navigating the uncertainties of war, Musashi encountered situations where fear could easily have taken hold. Yet what set Musashi apart was his unwavering commitment to action in the face of fear. He understood a profound truth: fear, if left unchecked, can become a crippling force that paralyzes the mind and body, preventing us from reaching our full potential. But Musashi's life demonstrates that action, even in the smallest form, is the most potent antidote to fear. Musashi's approach to fear was rooted in his belief that inaction feeds fear, while action starves it. He knew that the longer one hesitates, the more power fear gains, growing larger and more formidable in the mind. On the battlefield, hesitation could mean the difference between life and death. In life, it can mean the difference between success and stagnation. Musashi's solution was simple yet profound. Move forward, no matter the odds. By taking decisive steps toward his goals, he diminished the power of fear and reinforced his belief in his own abilities. In our own lives, fear often manifests in various forms: fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These fears can be paralyzing, making us second-guess our decisions, hesitate in our actions, or avoid taking risks altogether. However, Musashi's example shows us that the only way to truly overcome fear is through action. Every time we confront our fears head-on and take a step forward, no matter how small, we weaken fear's grip on us. Consider the fear of public speaking, a common fear that many people experience. The thought of standing in front of an audience, all eyes on you, can be terrifying. Yet those who face this fear by practicing their speech, engaging in small public speaking opportunities, or even just imagining themselves successfully delivering their message, gradually diminish their fear. Each act of speaking, no matter how minor, builds confidence and reduces anxiety, making the once daunting task increasingly manageable. The same principle applies to any fear or challenge we face in life. Whether it's starting a new project, changing careers, or even pursuing a personal dream, the first step is often the hardest. But as Musashi understood, once that first step is taken, momentum begins to build. Each subsequent action becomes easier, and the fear that once loomed large starts to shrink. Moreover, action in the face of fear does more than just diminish the fear itself. It builds confidence and resilience. Each time we take a step toward our goals, despite our fears, we prove to ourselves that we are capable, that we can handle challenges, and that we have the strength to overcome obstacles. This self-assurance accumulates over time, transforming fear into fuel for growth and progress. Musashi's life also teaches us that action in the face of fear isn't about recklessness or ignoring the reality of danger. It's about acknowledging fear, understanding it, and choosing to act anyway. This kind of courage is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. Musashi didn't deny the existence of fear in his life. He simply refused to let it dictate his actions. By doing so, he turned fear into a powerful motivator, driving him to sharpen his skills, refine his strategies, and ultimately achieve greatness. In practical terms, overcoming fear through action can start with small, manageable steps. If a particular task or goal seems overwhelming, break it down into smaller parts and tackle them one at a time. Celebrate each small victory and use that momentum to push forward. Surround yourself with positive influences, whether it's supportive friends, mentors, or even inspiring books that encourage you to keep moving forward despite your fears. By following Musashi's example, we can learn to see fear not as a barrier, but as an opportunity for growth. Every challenge we face, every fear we confront, is a chance to build our inner strength and confidence. And with each action we take, no matter how small, we move closer to the life we aspire to live, one marked by courage, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of our goals.